Hello, hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Everybody's go. All right, look at that the way. All right, just trying to get drink nice quick here. What's everybody been up to? I had such a long day. Like I was almost asleep, and when I woke up, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta stream. So ran a little bit behind, but I made it. I made it. All right. Over here. Look, I found a puzzle piece in here. I'm really glad that I saw this before I just grabbed it and threw it away. So I put that with, so I don't miss all this. It's the 300s. Fives there. All right, let's see. Hey, Rolando, how are you? Hope you're well. Oh, let's see. Just gotta share out this post. Mm, 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 mm. Hope you're doing well. All right. So we had our first um, puzzle off. Me and Rem did, which, you know, could he really be trying? Sure. Does it seem like it? No. But this is how far I got on my Death Star. Got some hair in the cat, but yeah. It looks like R2D2's dome, but it's actually pretty pretty cool. I'm more than halfway because I stopped at 359. Um, it was a little crazy, like how the puzzle started and stuff, but the last, what is it, 5 rows, it's just been all right in a row. It's not been crazy and stuff like that, but it's been a pretty fun puzzle. I guess we're gonna do um, part two next week, next Friday maybe.
Oh,
I might go.
hi. See, it works with you, Kat. Did you notice that, like on mine, it was portrait, and now it's
Yeah.
landscape? I don't know.
So
All
you're
right,
using
cool.
a desktop camera, right?
No, I have like this really ridiculously overpriced because I'm stupid Canon EOS that works
Oh,
fine.
EOS. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And what are you streaming through?
I'm using StreamYard. I think
You
I
are
just have
using
one of the
StreamYard.
settings
Okay.
setting correctly. Yeah,
I think so too.
yeah. Because I only stream just often enough that in between they change everything, and then when I get back on there,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what the hell did my button go? So yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Try it this way so it's not
yeah.
glaring white.
Oh, you have a Death Star in your hands.
So yesterday, Rum and
Uh-huh.
I we had our puzzle off because
Hmm.
he, claims I'm gonna be the puzzle king, and I'm like, shut it, I'm the puzzle queen, right?
Okay.
So he picked this, mind you, he picked this, and
Right.
he's got like two pieces everywhere. And this is what I did.
So what you're saying is you're basically winning.
I mean, did we ever think I wasn't gonna win? No,
No,
but
come on. Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it does look like R2D2's dome though. You can't tell me it
Oh, son of a
doesn't.
gun. Yeah, that's George Lucas recycling some pieces for sure. Look at that.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but
Oh, your
yeah,
nails look like an Easter basket, by the way.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. But yeah,
So, quick technical thing, Kat. Can you hear
yeah,
me
yeah.
okay? Everything seems to
Yes,
be
I can.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
And you sounded fine on yours too.
Oh, did I?
Like
Okay, good.
I didn't hear anything that was like weird or you weren't coming in right. It sounded good.
Okay, because I'm literally on a snow-covered Starlink, which is in the backyard on
Yeah.
a like a plastic tote with the
Yeah.
thing running through the window. And okay, good. All right, so
Yeah. No, you're good.
all right. I had to read. As you can see behind me, my studio is still a mess. It's like I'm getting it done. So
Yeah,
much
but
stuff.
it's supposed to be like that when you move, you know?
Yeah,
So,
it'll come
okay.
together. So,
At least
yeah.
you got a few pieces there, you know?
Right, I got some of the important stuff, and then we ended up realizing that we have way more crap than we thought we did, and two of the DTOFs are still sitting in my old studio in Phoenix right now. So,
Oh no.
yeah. So,
That
as you can
sucks.
see, I like here's the hilarious thing, Kat. The
Hmm.
ghost was supposed to be here in fall of last
Yeah.
year, right? On
Hmm.
the 26th, we're literally, excuse my language for just a second, assholes and elbows loading this 26-foot
Yeah.
truck with two guys we hired off uhaul.com.
Yeah.
I get a message. Your ghost has arrived. I'm like, you sons of bitches. Oh my God. Oh. So I'm like, okay, fine.
Wow.
Okay, cool. Before I can switch the address and have it delivered to my front door, fine. So that ended up going in the truck in its box. So, oh my God. Yeah.
At least though, it's not there like on your porch. You know, your old porch, you actually have it safe at least, you know?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing,
So,
and this is what frustrates me on my at my old place because I had been working back in the day.
hmm.
We didn't use our home address for anything, so I had a UPS box that they took all this stuff to.
Yeah.
So not only did they deliver it to me within 6 hours of me having to go to bed before I left, they delivered it to the post office because we had two. I know, first world
Yeah.
problems. They delivered it to the UPS box that's 30 minutes away from my house because
Oh.
Hasbro doesn't understand that new Hasbro site doesn't understand address correction.
I mean, it's Hasbro, so yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So I literally go pick this thing up, throw it in the back of my truck, drive it home,
Mhm.
and we slide it up the ramp onto the truck.
That's funny.
I just opened it today just to get to that box. It hasn't actually even opened the box yet. So,
That's awesome though.
mm.
But hi, Michael.
But
How are you?
oh, hey, Mike. By the way, sorry, I haven't been here in a
Good,
while.
thank you.
Yeah,
That's
talking a
good.
lot over
Here,
here. Sorry.
show us your Gundam that you got. Is he done?
That's well, no,
Oh,
yes
okay.
and no.
Yes, no.
He's he's finished, but this gave you a second option, so I'm going to do the second option.
What's
But
that?
you have to build the first option first.
Oh, well, it looks cool. Good job.
Yeah.
Looks very cool. Did you ever put
So
stickers
yeah,
on your big grandpa?
no,
The D. Oh, okay.
I haven't done that.
Gotcha.
Might do it later today. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I just want to reiterate, Michael, that I can just look at that thing and all those tiny little pieces and stickers and have the utmost respect for you, knowing that you have the patience and fortitude to go through with building those. I'm so impressed. I'd smash that thing on the floor before I got done with it.
Yeah, there's a few stickers on it, on its
Yeah,
head, on its backpack, little orange triangles, and I don't know.
it's crazy.
All right. I just want to say hi to Darth Wizzy. Hello, hello, welcome.
Hey, Wiz, long time no see.
Fives out. Hello, 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 Orlando. Dave. Let's see.
Rick James.
I'm drawing from Adult Swim.
Passing the
Oh, I
key.
remember. I remember that.
Yeah,
It's,
I know that one.
it's the second or third time I've drawn somebody else's art. It's for a skit. 12 by 18. Nice.
Cool.
He came on actually for the first time, I don't know, was it last week or so? But and he was drawing a beautiful lady. Like he's a
Oh,
really good artist. Yeah. Very
so unlike
talented.
That's
me,
awesome.
he has talent, is what you're saying?
He does. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
I haven't seen that name
Yes,
yet.
star one. Yeah.
Fives out, JKR Aslo. He's new. Good. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Always good to go to good people.
Lizzie wants to know, did you order the cantina?
I did.
Oh,
I didn't used to order
hold on,
those types
Michael.
of things, but yeah.
Yeah. What is that, Michael?
Mystery
Uh-oh.
box.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
So it's one of these or one of these mysteries.
Nice.
oh, nice.
No, my
Looks
luck, I'll
just
just get the standard red one. But anyway,
I mean, it happens with Mr. I mean, I went through a lot with that with my Godzilla bags, blind bags, so it happens. But they're still cute,
Yeah,
so.
these mystery boxes are like $25. These ones are very
Ouch.
expensive.
Okay. Never
Oh,
mind. That's steeper than mine.
yeah, that's almost like marriage, just spending a lot of money for what you're not sure you're going to end up with. Yeah.
Right.
Too soon?
Ouch. Yeah.
Oh well, this is where the mystery ends
Ew.
because
No,
they
okay.
give
Oh,
you a collector's card as well of what you've got. So
so
as
you've
soon as you
already
open
seen
the
it?
box, yeah,
That's stupid. Why
Yeah,
would
that
they put
takes
the
the
card
fun
up
out of it,
front?
right?
it worth. This is why I don't buy them all. I just buy one from each
This
series.
this is why you have to like open it and not look at it because they do dumb crap like at least put it on the bottom or something. You know what I mean? Like put it somewhere where they can't see it yet or it
Or
within the
put the card in the
package.
bag so that you
Yeah,
can't.
exactly. All right, well, what'd you get?
Well, I'm trying not to cut into it.
Yeah, don't
So,
do that. Don't cut yourself either.
Get a little
That's just
blood on
dumb.
the
Why did
screen.
they do that? That's dumb.
oh, okay. Oh, he's pretty cool. You don't really get much with him, but hang on,
Oh, I like that color though.
get rid of that. Oh, it's green and blue. It's a little Zaku.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, got a lot of detail.
It's different from the green and
Uh,
stuff, you know? So, and the reds.
it's just a cool little knickknack. It'll probably end up
Yeah,
next to the other one I've got in front of my TV.
it's still
They
very
look
You can
cute.
stand
Japanese.
it. You can stand here and what do you call it? Yeah, so this was in the bottom of the box. So as soon as I pulled the packaging out, it was facing me. So I was like, oh,
That's
great.
dumb. Come on, guys. If you're gonna charge $25 for a mystery box, let's think a little bit better there, okay?
Yeah,
Wow.
100%.
That
I
does
mean,
take
at
the
least
fun
like,
out of
okay, these blind backs, like, so these come in little bags, but there's cardboard covering them, so you can't see it,
Yeah.
you know? So it's not like you just open it. It's protected a little bit, but that's dumb.
And this is a little one I opened yesterday.
Oh, that's cute.
It's even a different series. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Gundam blind boxes.
Yeah.
A lot of Gundam gachapons too.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Blue. How are you? Yes, happy Shark Week.
Oh, Shark Week. That's a big deal.
hmm hmm You get to be
Shark Week.
even more terrified of the oceans. Yep. I
Really?
mean,
We had our we had,
listen. I have so many memories of my childhood of me sitting on the floor next to my mom while she's putting curlers in her hair while we're watching Jaws, and me being terrified of sharks and the ocean. And she just laughs and giggles, and she's like, "Here, watch this part." His leg gets eaten. What? Huh? Like, and yeah, I mean, so it didn't help it, and now I'm just terrified of it. So I stay out of the ocean. We understand each other.
Right. You guys have a mutual
two
respect. It's fair.
Yeah, I went once and it tried to kill me, so I'm like, that's enough. I'm good. Okay.
Nice.
two
Yeah.
things. It
Yeah.
was Shark Week here about a month ago,
Oh,
which is
hmm.
weird. I thought it was the
That is
same
weird.
worldwide. And so yeah, you got some good docos to look forward to if it's the same docos that I've watched. And
Sweet.
what else was I gonna say? Oh, I've seen a little golden book of Jaws,
Oh,
like a
really?
kid's little golden book.
Yeah,
But
I have
it's
those still.
little golden books have done a co thing with who's it? Oh, Funko.
Oh, Funko. Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's got something to do with Funko and little. It's a collab between them, and I think they've got a series of golden books, but they've picked out more adult themes. So yeah, I saw it in a bookshop, and I went, "Is that a kid's?" And I saw the spine with the little golden books on the side, and I just
Yeah.
laughed my head off.
That's funny.
I swear I sent a photo of it to you, but it was so long
No,
ago.
I don't think I got
But
it.
yeah,
I don't think it came through because I don't remember that. Because I have
yeah.
some from my childhood, and then some that were my sister, she gave them to me, and then now they're Raffi's, and I still buy them because there's like Star Wars out for them. Like I like the I'm a Wookiee one. Yeah, it's cute.
So that's what I'm doing next. I'm putting the mega armor over top of it.
Oh, okay, cool,
So, so I've got to pull parts of it apart.
Well,
nice.
Michael,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question really fast?
Mm.
It so when you show those instructions, can you put them back on real quick? Because either that or I've already had too much. So that writing's all in Japanese. Do you have to be able to understand
Yeah.
Japanese to put these together, or can you just make it out?
Nah, you make it out from the pictures.
Oh, so it's kind of like IKEA as well. Okay.
But you
Yeah,
know,
but there are some times where they write like little comments about how to do something, you know, like advice, like
Mm-hmm.
tips, and sometimes this one hasn't really got it on it, but they'll give you sometimes tips and it'll be in Japanese.
Oh.
Um, some of the more modern kits are starting to have English and Japanese
Oh, okay.
because they're starting to cater for the Western world more as well now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, America's a huge market for these guys, so
Okay.
in the Western world, so it makes sense. There's Bandai based in, I think, California,
Oh.
Bandai USA, and actually, they even commissioned a series of action figures, which they don't have in Japan because they US, they said that in the US market, they would do better than just promoting their model kits if they brought out action figures.
Hmm.
So I've actually got a couple I came across because, I don't think they're really sold too many places other than I'll grab them. Hang on a sec.
M.
when I was doing my model of an anime ship, all the instructions were in Japanese. So I had to take a picture of it with my Google app so it would do
Mm-hmm.
Google Translate, and then I had to do a screenshot because otherwise, it doesn't stay on the
Right.
screen. So I
Right.
had to keep doing that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys, like I said, way more patience than me. I don't think oh my God. I just looked at his little IKEA instructions that didn't have the
Uh-huh.
Japanese, and I already didn't understand that. Like there was like an exclamation
Right?
point. I'm like, what does any of that mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
That's
see
like
real quick.
for our family, Rafi got this like mechanical robot hand, and we have to put it together, and it's half in Japanese and then half just pictures. The pictures are drawn
Okay.
like really weirdly, so it's really hard to understand. Took us 30
Um,
minutes to do three pieces.
Wow.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, you're right. I got a feeling these are
Let's see.
manufactured in Mexico
That mama's.
and
That doesn't
China,
shock me.
parts of it,
Yeah, it doesn't shock me.
and
Oh,
it's done for Bandai America Incorporated in El
hey Dale.
Segundo or something, California.
El Segundo. Yep.
Yep. So these are the figures that they brought out.
So they're multinational. Yeah.
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 And it's also got a builder figure thing. So
Oh,
there's
wow.
some weapons for the figure, but you got to buy
Come here, mama.
all. How many is it? Five. You got to buy five different
Oh,
Gundams to build this.
there.
The only reason I got these is that they were $25, and I went to a discount toy store and they were $9.99, and I said, "Oh, I'll buy a couple," and I brought Grandpa as well. But see, there's two arms for that builder
Right.
figure. But yeah, I just thought I'd put them in the collection because it's not something that even the Japanese get. So yeah, it's just something that's cool to have in the collection for Gundam.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as I said, they were. I don't know where they sold them in the US, like what chain they went through, or yeah.
I wouldn't
You
know
know, I
precisely.
got a
Yeah.
feeling it was a few years ago too when they were on the shelves. So yeah,
Yeah.
like everything else, they probably ended up for $5 at Ross's or something eventually.
Right. Yeah.
Seems to happen to all the Black Series figures and stuff.
Yes.
But given that
Right.
not a lot of people know Gundam in the US, I guess it would be. I mean, a fair few do. I mean, there's a fair few that grew up with the what did they call that Japanese animation show on one of your networks they had for years? They had
Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing
That's
was
the
the
one
most
my
popular.
brother-in-law showed me when I was younger.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
grew up
yeah,
watching
yeah.
that more.
But that was part of a series of animes that was on US TV, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like in a row.
Yeah.
Like they had Dragon Ball Z and Gundam
Oh, they
Wing,
wouldn't show
and
that with Dragon Ball Z. That was before.
so yeah, it was
But I
on
get
one
what
of
you're
the
saying. But
networks in
yeah,
the US that yeah
at
that
least in my area.
so that's what made Gundam sort of start off. You know what I mean? In the US, they started bringing the model kits out when that got popular and stuff like that. So yeah, some of the Gundam people I follow, one lives in the US. She essentially grew up watching, Gundam Wing and stuff, and then started building the kits, and she's been building ever since. And she's in her 30s now, and she was a kid then. So, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. But
Nice.
anyway,
Very cool. Very
you're
cool.
loving the new state, Paul.
I'm sorry. Am I loving what?
Your new state.
I believe the best way to put this is I am a man at an age and a space in my marriage where I made a promise to my wife, and I'm going to keep that promise. And as long as I
Yeah,
have electricity and the internet, my purpose in life at this point is to make sure that my wife gets the dream that she wanted when she retired.
yeah. So she's retired now, or is she still
No,
winding up?
I'm here by myself.
Oh,
It's a long story, but because of her retirement date, the availability of the type of home that we were looking for here,
yeah,
we ended up, because I've been retired since 2020. We ended up buying the house and the property before, because she did not want to spend another summer, and we were worried about two things: the spring sales bonanza that happens here in the United States
Yeah.
on properties and things like that, and the election. Because I'm not going to lie, although I'm happy with the way the election went, she and I had both predicted it was going to go wildly different and things were going to be a huge problem. So we wanted to hurry up and snag this property while we could. But that meant
yeah.
that she'd
No,
have to work 2 months more in Phoenix without me until she could retire in February, and I stay up here and make sure the house doesn't freeze to death, by itself. So yeah,
fair enough.
Lizzie wants to know if you have a pond.
we do not. And I will tell you, Kat, you may not understand this. I don't know how long you've been in Colorado. Where I come from and where I
I
grew
was
up,
born here.
if you have a pond, that's just
Yes.
mosquito. It's a mosquito breeding ground. Up here,
Yes.
I don't think that'd be much of a problem. But no, we don't have a pond. We have a little over an acre with the house in the middle, but there's
Yeah.
no water in for a while in any direction.
See, where we had friends that we kept our horses at, and they had a pond in their 40 that was across the street.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to worry about mosquitoes, you just had to worry about snakes. But we'd go swimming in it
Oh,
all summer. But if
oh,
someone starts
okay.
screaming, you get out real quick.
Oh yeah, yeah. So Wizzy seems to know what he's talking about with a lot of this stuff. This will help him really. This used to be this area used to be a huge farm, and you can still see like adjacent land that is still farms. And it's one of those scenarios that we've become accustomed to, where the farmer dies and he wills the property to his kids, and they don't want to deal with the farm, so they
Yeah.
dice it up and they sell it to developers, and that's what we're
Yeah.
living on now. So it's literally just. I mean, all the trees are like 6 or 7 feet tall because they're so new and stuff like that. It's just a
Wow.
brand new development on private property. Yeah.
Seems to be an issue in Montana. I mean, they
Yeah.
just made a whole TV show about it, didn't they? Really?
Yeah.
God,
It's pretty much
yeah.
what Yellowstone's about. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. We used to, so we've been looking in this area, like this tri-state area, Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming for the past probably 10 years since we got married. And
Mhm.
everything was reasonably priced. And then COVID and politics, which I won't get into here, and that TV show
Yeah, thank
happened,
you.
and everything that we were looking at doubled in
Yeah.
price. Like we were looking at like
Yeah.
$400,000 and $500,000 homesteads, and now the stuff we were looking at in those low to early 1 million. And so
Yep.
I don't even, first world problems over here that I can still afford that, but don't. It's amazing. So yeah.
you know what's amazing? Same thing happened in Australia. There was a show that they was very successful, and it was called Sea Change. And it was about people moving down to like these very, very small coastal towns in different states and
Exactly your
making that
thought.
like their retirement sort of places. And then all of a sudden, like beach property was already expensive, but all of a sudden, these small little, 200 people towns were starting to become booming real estate places because all these
Yeah.
retirees wanting to go for the sea change, exactly like the TV show.
Right.
So, because they sold it as, as a life changing, being part of a small community and, all of this stuff. And everyone was like, yeah, man, I'm getting out of the rat race and going down there. People were selling up their homes and moving down to the coast. And also, it created new industry in some of these towns and new employment in some of these towns as well. Hospitality grew.
Want to come in?
And then you got your people, that come to visit their relatives, so they need places to stay and things like that. And, so it became, I mean, it kind of still is a thing, but there was a period where everything just went up prices, wise. So I can relate in the, and around my city of Melbourne, that's exactly what's happened. There were huge farms, and they basically, became massive housing estates because they subdivided them. You know what I mean? Like they sold off, a potload of their land so that they could keep themselves going on a smaller plot. And all of a sudden, there's farmers, and across the road from them, there's 500 houses. You know what I mean? Like it's a small suburb all of a sudden. And so the boundaries of my city just keep growing and growing because it just keeps creeping out into the farmland. But it's needed because we've got a housing shortage in my city, right around Australia, actually.
Sure.
So yeah, it's terrible. Like rental properties are through the roof. People are paying absolutely astronomical prices for rental properties. People that own these properties are just rubbing their hands together.
Right.
But I don't know whether they're trying to recruit, because our government during the lockdown, during those bad couple of years we had recently, people, because they weren't working, they couldn't afford to pay rent and stuff. So the government stepped in and basically gave these incentives to all the landlords, all the property owners to basically not collect rent for a few months while these people were in lockdown and stuff. And so they lost a lot of money, the actual property owners and stuff. So all of a sudden, it looks like they're recouping what they lost those couple of years, like 2 and a bit years, rapidly, because now some, rental properties have doubled in price for a month. So it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sucks if you're renting at the moment, and it sucks if you're trying to find a place to rent.
Sure.
And here's the thing, we've got a ton of empty, like 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in the city, but no one wants to live in the city. And no one wants to live in these apartments for some reason. And they've got there's tons of floors of empty apartments in the city that no one wants to buy into, and they haven't decided, oh, look, if maybe we, cop a little bit of a loss here, we might be able to start selling some of these off, and then we can, they all want to still charge full price. No one wants to pay, $500,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment in the city.
Oh,
You know,
no.
so
That's
it's
ridiculous.
just, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, enough politics, I guess.
Wizzy wants to know if you're on well water.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. So
Yes.
we're far enough out that I'm on septic, I'm on well, I'm on Starlink internet. The only thing that's provided by any sort of company here is the electricity. And even that is a nonprofit co-op that got together and they ran lines from I think it's called Mountain Power up here. And then it's like a credit union. No one's making any money off. They all just got together. Basically, they have literally, if you go to their website, they have 9,156 customers countywide. Wow. Yeah. So
that's
it's
amazing.
We're out here.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so it's been the entire time, Kat, it's just been an overwhelming learning experience. I'm from where my last house was. It's the same size as this huge ass house, but you could stick your hand out the window and touch the one next to it. Here, the next house is an acre away, and so all of this plus anyway, it's been fun. It's what my wife wants. It makes my wife happy, and when you get to be a man my age, you derive most of your life satisfaction from providing for others as to being that you care about, as opposed to being so selfish. And so when she gets to come up here and bring her dogs and they can run around on an acre of property, that's what's going to make it for me. So yeah,
It's going to be all of a sudden you have more than 2 dogs, right?
She actually, yeah, we already talked about this, Kat. I knew that was coming.
Okay.
We had a two dog limit
in County. That's not going to be 2 dogs for long, but sure, yeah.
We're going to build a covered dog run in a heated dog house and stuff, and she's actually going to think about like getting into fostering and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
But it makes her
Pat,
happy.
You'd be loving my cable service this week.
Why?
They've got a devoted Godzilla versus Kong movie channel.
Oh.
It's just they start off with Skull Island, then they do Godzilla, then they do Godzilla King of Monsters.
Yeah.
Then they got Godzilla versus Kong. Then they got Godzilla versus Kong New Empire, and then it just goes back on a loop again.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm up to Godzilla versus Kong. Just started.
Good one. It's a good one.
Not that I can hear it, but it's on in the background. Oh, there's my boy. Go Kong. What a legend.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's got this stupid lizard that ruins these movies.
Get out.
Be careful. Be careful. You end up in the doghouse, Michael. Yeah, see.
He's already in the doghouse.
Yeah. On the flip side, I'm apparently going to have Wizzy Wizard over for dinner because he's like 100% down for the cause. If you look at the comments, introducing to my wife, those two can talk about dogs and ponds and all this crap. So. I'm serious. He's like sheltered dogs. He's like, get a pod. That's the best thing ever. Yeah. I'm going to move up there. I like Wizzy's been like 100%.
I was about to say, I'm like, oh, you don't have a pond, just dig a hole. Like, and then he's like, yeah, just you can do it too. So that's what I would do.
Here's the thing, though, Kat, because this whole so if you turn off of like what it's called, there's a large road basically that comes down here, and then you turn off of it onto a smaller road, and then you turn off that smaller road. Luckily, these are all asphalted into what I call the tuning fork, and the tuning fork is my neighborhood. It goes like this, and then it curves around and goes straight this way, and it curves around and goes straight. And there's like just a line, 2 lines of houses. But there's like an HOA and rules and stuff like that. And they have like a company that comes in and will plow the roadways, which is very nice. And they had a company build underneath all of the home sites. There's what I've never heard of before, but they're called subterranean irrigation. So you don't have
Yeah.
sprinklers here. They do all the
Yeah.
stuff. And so you can't just dig in your yard without checking first because you'll tear up the subterranean irrigation and stuff. So it's country, but it's still city a little bit, you know. So
Apparently, that takes the fun out of surprises. Oh, look,
Yeah.
our water bill is going to be a lot this month because we accidentally hit a pipe.
yeah. Well, the good news is there's no water bills here because we just
Well, that's
get water from the
great.
aquifer. But yeah, but still, yeah, I
That's
know what you
awesome.
mean. Yeah, yeah. So what we'll end up doing is all of her family are in northern Idaho, except for like one sister that we left in Phoenix, and no one likes her anyway. So
Oh, well, then you're
I'm just
fine.
kidding. We like her, but yeah. So they
Right,
all
you can
know.
wink.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
So
safe here. You're safe here.
she's one of the youngest. We let her move in with us for a couple of months because she's you know,
Mhm.
she's that younger sister. You know what I mean?
Got
So,
it. Yeah.
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 And here's the hilarious part. It dawned on me that one of Sarah's younger sisters is the same age as my daughter. That's what happens when you
Oh,
marry a woman who's younger than you. So
that is a little weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Wizzy's talking about raising trout. So here's the thing. Her parents live above a town called Orofino, which is the best bass fishing in North America down there. So yeah, so if we ever decided to do it, and they have this really uppity hotel there in the middle of this white trash town because all the rich people, and there's an airstrip. They have like a rich people coming there to go fishing and stuff. So if we ever go there,
Yeah.
we stay in the uppity rich people hotel. We go up the mountain to see her parents 30 minutes away, and we come back down. So we have the best of both worlds here. So
Nice.
yeah,
Well, that's good. You guys aren't like totally alone. You got family nearby, and
right.
and then you get a break from being murdered by the sun. So win-win.
there is that. Yeah, exactly. So I actually, for the first time ever, speaking of that, I got to wear my Paul's Collectibles hoodie. I've had this thing for so
Yay!
long. Yeah. But it's 58 degrees in the house because that's where I keep the heat because we're also on propane here. So I don't want to burn up all the propane. So
Right.
yeah.
It's 102 here right now.
Yeah, because you guys are bass backwards. Yeah. You guys
This
go
is the
surfing on
second day,
Christmas.
second day in a row. We had a cooler day on Friday. That was only about 98. So
I'm gonna have to glue these.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, it's salmon, Wizzy. It's the best salmon fishing. I don't know anything about fishing, but like it's called Snake River, and it's really cool and important up there. So anyway, Cat's in Colorado.
I am. If you know where Denver is, go south for an hour and you hit Colorado Springs. That's where I'm at.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Here's
I
the
literally
hilarious
live
thing.
right across the street from the old the Colorado Springs airport.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that. Here's the funny thing, Kat. I moved.
Yeah.
I'm still just as far from you as I was before. I'm the
I
opposite.
know.
It's the opposite direction amount of time to
It
get
is.
to you now. So yeah.
It is. That's funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was telling some of the guys, I was on the a live stream with some of the English guys a while ago, and they're like, "How long does it take to drive to where you're going from where you are, Paul?" And I was like, "If you hurry, it's 16 hours." It took us 25 because we were driving a 26-foot truck with an 18-foot trailer, and we stopped for 2 hours to get some sleep. Those guys were like, "If you drove that long, we'd be in the ocean in Iceland." You know?
I know.
I'm like, "Yeah, exactly, yeah."
I mean, like if they
100%.
drove for 12 hours, that means that they went across their whole country.
Right?
12 hours of driving, you're not even out of Texas yet. You know what I mean? If you're trying to leave Texas, you're still driving after 12 hours. You're still in Texas. Like
that's Texas on the I-10, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
You may still be in the same county depending on where you start.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I think
Even
most
that,
of the rest of the world doesn't understand how big America is. So yeah.
Yeah, we're a tad bit bigger. I don't think I like that big.
I definitely get it.
I know
get how
you do.
big-
Yeah.
Because America's geographically just slightly bigger than Australia.
I don't think I like this one.
If you'll bear with me for a moment, Kat, something wrong with my glass here. It's all clear.
Oh,
I
that's
gotta fix
so
that.
weird. Yeah, you got to go fix that. Yeah.
By the way, I know you'll find this hard to believe. When I first got here, obviously we set up the basics.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was internet, bar. And then yeah, so yeah, I have my
Right?
priorities. So yeah,
There you go.
yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, I don't like that build. It's like falling. It's like not. I don't know why it's. Unless I put that on wrong.
It's funny. Whenever
I
I've
don't know what
moved,
I
the
did.
first thing I've
Uh-huh.
always set up
Yeah.
was my bed,
Right.
because I'm like, if I can't be bothered unpacking anymore today, I'm just going to go to
Thanks for
bed,
taking a snack.
basically. So
Right.
I made sure my bed was ready to go. And then probably the second thing we used to set up would be our television and stuff, so that we just couldn't be bothered with the move anymore. We could sit
Right.
down and watch TV. So generally, the third
Exactly.
thing would be a couch or some sort of seat.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
so at least that way, if you bug it after moving that day and you've got boxes everywhere, at least you can have your entertainment, sit on the couch, maybe call in some takeaway, and then
Right.
crash and then deal with it the next day. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Oh
So
yeah,
that's
100%.
the way I've always done moves. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's as long as I
Got to
have a
get those
bed, like
priorities right.
that's all I care about, Like even I don't care if it's in a frame or not, just put the mattress down, like I'll be happy. I'll be fine. Okay, I think I messed this up somehow 'cause that's not very stable at all. All right. I don't think I like this one because it just keeps falling apart. So we're gonna take this one off. Okay. So let's try this other one here.
Yeah, always made sure that the utilities were up and running before we moved into, if we were lucky enough.
Yeah.
If you book in early enough with the utility services,
You know,
they'll come and like, well, electricity, all they got to do is
yeah. You
flick a
know,
switch, basically.
when
But
when I was pregnant with Rafi and we moved because we were in an apartment with a roommate, we moved into a house, right? We were there like not even a week. I was there for like 3 days. And all of a sudden I got this huge the water wasn't turning on. And I was like, what is going on? And there's this huge notice. You didn't pay your $500 water bill. The last tenants weren't paying their water bill, so they shut my water off. So it took like hours trying to
Oof.
explain, I'm not them. This, like setting stuff, having to drive down, like it was very annoying. But yeah, they just weren't paying the water bill. So I got shut off.
That sucks, Kat. Sorry to
Yeah.
hear that, man.
It was a good water company, but yeah, they're just like, we want our money. Well, I get it,
Wow.
but go after them, not me. My new tenant.
Yeah.
But, all right.
That's the one thing I have to get used to here. If the power goes off, the water goes off because the pump
Oh,
for the well
yeah.
no longer has power. So yeah.
so
Yeah,
you
that'll.
got to get a backup generator and stuff like that. Yeah.
I do. Yeah. I'm gonna get one of those. So my brother has one of those like little cubes that you plug in. It has lots of power for all like your internal electronics and stuff like that. We want to get one of those.
Yeah.
But there's a retrofit you can do for your house where like there's a separate, I don't know, fuse box type of thing. And if the power goes out, you wheel your generator outside, you start the generator, you plug it into the box, that box,
Yes.
and then it'll power the house until the power comes on. And that's what Sarah and I want to do. So yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the way to do it, man.
Yeah, because like I
For
don't know if you
sure.
caught. I think I said it on my live stream. I might have said it here when I was talking to the power company lady. She was like, "And we do this and we do that, and the power of this and the power of that." And she's like, "And get a generator." And I'm like, "You gotta love it when the
They're
power
trying to
company's
warn
like
you.
straight up
Yeah.
with you. They're like, "Yeah, it's not gonna stay on all the time." So that was so
Well, at least they warned you because most people are like, he's gonna call. Dumb city folk. He don't know what he's
right,
getting.
exactly. Yeah, like I said, like my father-in-law says, "The damn flatlanders, they don't know anything." So.
Oh yes, Rolando.
Rolando, yeah.
Anybody that owns a truck knows they will forever be asked, hey, can you
Always.
help me just, and it's always just a few things.
Right. Yeah.
Can you just help me just move?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a truck, but I have a Durango, so it's massive. And people are always like, can you just move a few things for me? Uh-huh. Right. What's a few things? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Been there, done that.
That starts to
Candles
alleviate.
and flashlights, power outages. Yeah.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
have a van, and they used to always
Yeah.
hassle me because I had a van. Oh, can you come and help me move
Protect it
some
from
stuff
solar
in your
flares
van?
and EMP. Yeah.
Because I had a Red Bull van, was painted like the
Hey, Patrick.
cams.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so everyone
Nice.
knew where I was, and everyone knew what I was
Yeah.
doing because it was the only one in Melbourne. So,
I
and
think
then I'd go to
once
work, and my boss would go, "What were you doing at so and so at this time?" or one of the sales guys, or somebody would
Oopsie.
see the car out somewhere. Oh no, we were allowed to. They told us to drive our company cars all the time because it was
Oh,
advertising for them.
Mhm.
gotcha.
So basically, I had a car sitting here for like 2.5 years that I hardly used, like because I was always in that thing. I mean,
That's
free
funny.
petrol. You know what I mean?
Ow,
Like,
ow, 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 ow,
why?
ow.
Why wouldn't you? Like free gas all the time.
Yeah.
I hardly ever
Hey,
use my car.
Yeah.
Kat, Michael,
Yeah.
where is Gannon from? Wait, do you guys know?
The Carolinas. No, wait,
Oh,
Virginia? He moved. He
okay.
moved. I
Yeah.
don't remember
Okay.
exactly where he's at, but he
So
moved.
there's
It's East Coast though.
perfect. So there's like the storm that hit us with 6 inches of snow is actually moving across the Midwest to the East Coast, and
Yep.
it's going to get really bad. So he's not
Yep.
talking about where I'm at. Okay, good.
Oh, here. The big freeze. Yeah.
Yeah. They're about to get
Yeah,
killed over there.
so today, so you know what? So I got up and my parents were like, look out the kitchen window. It looked like, do you remember the 1980s? I think it was from the 80s. The Sherlock
Yeah, I
Holmes
remember some
TV
of it.
series. Shut up, Michael.
Yeah, Kat. Yeah, I was almost 20 in the
I'm
80s. So
trying to,
yes,
my thoughts are not with me, okay? Shut
you're
up.
hanging around a bunch of old guys.
I
Yes.
know. I know you thrived in the 80s. I get it.
The
I get
80s was only 20 years ago, as far as I'm
I get it.
concerned. Okay, yeah.
I get it. I get it.
I'm
But
sorry.
no,
Go.
like the TV series of Sherlock Holmes from the 80s show. There, he was like
Yeah,
No.
constantly walking around in England and it was like always foggy and stuff.
always.
But
Yes.
basically, it looked like England. I was like, are we in England? Like, what is going on? Like the fog. And normally, like, we'll have fog, but then it goes away. It was so foggy all day. I have not seen the mountains all day. And it was so cold that all the trees and the grass still had frost all over them. But then there were like because I took pictures of it and it's actually like you could see the frost building, like the icicles and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But apparently we're supposed to get hit like overnight. I don't know if it's going to happen because they say one thing and then it never happens or whatever. But this big Arctic
Well,
that's hitting
well,
everybody. It's not supposed to be fun.
as I understand it, you and I, because we're
Yeah,
basically we're basically perpendicular,
right.
whatever. It's gone. It's going that way. So you might get the tail end of it because we already got it. Came from south to
Yeah.
north. I was watching the news tonight. It's supposed to hit the
Mhm.
Midwest, like Indiana, where Gannon is, and then get ugly up into like New York and stuff. So I think you might be okay. Maybe.
Yeah, it's like this. When they say it's gonna snow, it doesn't, and then when they're like, it's not supposed to snow, we get hit. Like that's just what
Okay.
they do. But I hurt like crazy, and I am always like, no, something's coming, and my mom's like, no, there's nothing. No, you don't understand. I can tell you from the pain in my body, something's coming.
Right. You know the
But
weird thing for me, for the first time in my life, the weather forecast actually is important to me now.
right.
Because in Arizona, it was either going to be hot or really, really
Well,
hot. And who
I mean,
cares? You know what I mean? So,
when you live on Tatooine, I think it's pretty safe to say it's just the same thing every day.
over and over. Like I don't even know
Right.
why they have weather
So
forecasters there. Yeah.
exactly. I don't know why you even have a weather person.
It was
But that'd be
sticking.
like
Yeah.
Florida, wouldn't it?
No,
Oh,
Essentially.
it's way worse than Florida.
Actually, Florida is way. Yeah, I would rather have
way
this weather
worse.
here than Florida. Like, oh my god.
I mean,
we actually lived in Florida. Yeah.
you know, granted, you still need like to get your crafts outside done before like 8 a.m. in Florida, because then it's like just too hot to do anything outside. But it still can't touch Arizona. I mean,
Yeah, no. So
it's ridiculous.
Literally, the Florida weather is worse than here because at least here it just buries you. In Florida, it'll demolish your house if you're not careful.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes. 100%.
We actually lived there for a little while, Kat, when I was a kid in Orlando, and I remember
did you?
the storms were. I was a little kid. The
Yeah,
storms were so bad and so scary that my mother would put me and my little brother, because there was only two of us at the time, on the couch and cover us with a blanket. That's how bad it got. So,
yeah, because a blanket's going to save your butt.
Yeah, it made us feel good, right? Yeah, we didn't know any better. We were little kids, so
Right. I actually remember my Nana lived with us here, and she moved when I was 5. But I have a very vivid memory of her shaking me and my cousin up, waking us up from a nap, saying, "We gotta go, we gotta go."
Yeah.
And then I remember us driving back, and she goes, "Look," and I'm seeing the funnel go back up. But I was in the back seat of the car with blankets like way up, way past my head, and me and my cousin was next to me. He's like scrunched up, and we're sitting on like supplies and that kind of stuff because you wouldn't survive a tornado in this time, so we got to go.
I just wanted to point out really fast, Kat, what a group of old people we've all become, because between the three of us and the chat, we're all talking about how the weather affects our lives at this point.
Yeah.
Instead of who's getting naked next and stuff. So
last night on the puzzle stream, I left for a little bit, right? Because I was like, I got to make dinner because I was so far ahead. I wasn't worried, right, for stepping away for a while. I come back and they're talking about taxes, and Albert shows up. He goes, "This is such a risque or such a." What did he say about the chat or stream? He said something, but he's just like, "Oh my gosh, you guys better behave."
Right. Oh, we're all. When did we become our parents? That's what I want to know. It's like, oh my god. Yeah.
I don't know.
I wake up one day and I'm worried about the weather and tax deductions, and that's serious business for me. It's like,
oh yeah, here we go. Originally from North Carolina, living in Indiana. I knew
Indiana is supposed to get killed tonight, or tomorrow.
Yeah, he shouldn't get too much. Oh, Wizzy says take up fly fishing. I missed that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think my wife would fly fish long before I ever would. She's into that kind of stuff.
You know, I wouldn't trust myself. I'd be like, oh, it's a whip.
Well, here's the thing. Two of my buddies from the police department who know we moved up here, Kat, they're hunters.
Yes,
and like,
hey,
it
was.
They're like, we want to come up and hunt with your wife if that's cool. I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, right.
I'm not doing that. I'll have dinner ready and wine prepared when you guys get back. I don't care about hunting.
Right.
Yeah. Freezing fog.
Yep. That's what we had today.
What's freezing?
Because normally it goes away because it's Colorado. You'll have like all seasons in one day. Like we will literally have a blizzard like outside. Then all of a sudden the sun will come out and everything starts melting, but you can still see your breath, so you think it's like warmer. And then it'll start raining. Like it's kind of bipolar. Like I call it the bipolar state. Like it's crazy. It doesn't know what it wants. And so for it to literally be foggy all day and then be freezing, like it's pretty bad. But I mean, I like it. I like it more than, summer, so I'll take it. But
all right.
Oh, yeah. Moisture evaporated.
Has the Hoover Dam finally dried up and there's no more water? Yeah, that's what we're worried about down there. I don't got to worry about that.
Are you gonna sell those, or are you gonna keep those for extra income?
Exactly. You know what? I sold mine off when we left. Sarah's on one, so she has enough water. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. The bugs.
It's so hilarious, Kat, because there's more water in my driveway right now in this state than ever fell on my house in a whole year in Arizona. So.
Yeah, there you go. Not really. Isn't this one a lake effect snow for once?
Oh, I've got a buddy who lives in Buffalo who talks about lake effect snow a lot. So
yeah, when it's going to rain or snow, Arizona's dry heat.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I've experienced in Arizona is the flash.
They're called
storms.
monsoons.
Yeah.
Monsoons.
These are crazy.
So the thing in Arizona is it rains so infrequently that the ground is baked hard. Like it's like cement. Like you can't dig into it. It's so hard. So when it rains, there's flash floods within 30 seconds.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because it doesn't seep into the ground for a while.
Yeah. Not at all, Michael.
Yeah.
So generally in springtime, we have such bad flash flooding that it's like every other week somebody dies because they're in the waterways and people tell them don't like stop hiding in the waterways, stop, because a lot of times it's homeless or it's kids,
right,
and stuff like that. But it's just somebody's always dying because of the flash flooding, and because they think like, oh, it's not that bad, I'm quicker. No, you're not.
Wow.
But
okay.
I love the frosty creeping frogs. You don't have to go near. Yeah, if I could have ordered my groceries online, I would have done that instead of going out today. But you have bears, wolves, and cougars. That sounds lovely. I don't.
And that's just the chicks I have over when my wife's not here. I don't even know what's outside, if you know what I'm saying.
By my uncle and aunt's old place. I went and visited them, and all of a sudden I forgot something in my car, so I went out and got it. And there's a black bear just staring at me. I was like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Bear," and then he ran away from me and into a neighbor's yard.
And a less exciting moment, Kat, I woke up this morning after we had the 6 inches of snow, and there were deer tracks all through the front of my house and stuff like that, which is the first time that's ever happened to me in my life. So
nice. Yeah.
So one morning you might be sleeping in and you'll hear a couple of gunshots. You get wake, and your missus has knocked a couple of deer off in the driveway for dinner.
Actually, that's only kind of funny because how it works here is deer are considered nuisance animals. In Arizona, you have to get a permit to try and hunt them because there's so few. Here they're considered nuisance animals. You can shoot them, drive to the local Quickie Mart or Circle K, and buy the permit so you can be okay with it. Yeah, you can just shoot them right here. It's hilarious. Yeah. You're absolutely correct.
I'll be honest. I think you're going to turn into one of those internet dudes that I see on TikTok that feed like 40 deer. He opens up his garage and they're all waiting. I think you're going to turn into that.
Oh, that's Sarah's going to want to shoot him. I'm going to want to bring him in and feed him. I'm like, come here, guys.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen, you're rescuing dogs. I'm rescuing the deer.
It's cold outside, Kathy. Needs some. That's why they were in our yard. Yeah, because we have like
what did they say about huskies? If you're cold, they're cold.
Right. Yes. Because you can see all the little deer tracks around the plants that we have that will survive winter. And so I'm like, these guys are obviously hungry. My neighbor was telling me that they had bedded down in his lot down the way there.
Yeah.
I'm going to let him I'm going to put a little heater out in the garage for him. Yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah's going to kill him and make food for us. So, yeah.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So win-win.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was over I think October. I don't know. It's pretty recent. But there was maybe about 20 minutes from my house. So you're starting to get out into the prairie a little bit. Mm-hmm. There was a herd of elk running across the highway.
Wow.
Now we have herds of deer out there, but we don't know why. If they're still looking into it, why the elk migrated so far down.
Mm-hmm.
But it was 200 plus elk. And they just went over from one lot going across. And because the guy filmed it, he was literally there for 15 minutes waiting for them to go. Never seen that way out there. That was crazy.
Wow. Estes Park. Is that?
Yes.
Where is that? Is that close?
Oh.
Is that in Colorado?
My wife, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why my wife has been up there twice with two of her different friends to show them all the elk that just wander through town. Estes Park. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. It's maybe a little 2 hours, a little over 2 hours from me. I went there when I was little. I have pictures and stuff like that. Is the problem I have with people going up there is they think, oh, I'm gonna pet the elk. They are so freaking aggressive.
They're angry and mean. Yeah.
Yes, and especially when they're mating,
Yeah.
people get out their cars and there's always videos of like them getting attacked and stuff. Like they
Hmm.
elk are, I remember one time my dad and I we got separated from my mom and my siblings, and all of a sudden like I'm like walking with him, and all of a sudden he puts his arm out and he shoves me behind him. He goes, "Don't move."
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of a sudden I was like, "Why?" And I kind of just like leaned over, next and I looked and I was like, "Oh," and there was the biggest buck I've ever seen staring at us while his ladies are passing our path. And my dad, I just see his arms slowly as he can just reach up, and then I hear a click, and then he puts his arm slowly back down. And we have just this angry buck staring at us.
Yeah.
And I swear he's staring at my dad because my dad's like, he was like 6'4" back then,
Right. Right.
just
Yeah.
staring like, do I need to take you out, bro? Like, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're not
Yeah.
cuddly. They're not deer. Like, stay away
No.
from elk.
Yeah. That much my
Yeah.
wife has taught me that. That much I do know. Yeah.
Yeah, see, he says you can feed them. See?
Yeah. See, deer will eat out of your hand,
Yeah,
or you can eat them out of your hand. That'll work too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the dumb people going up to Buffalo.
Oh, at
Like,
Yellowstone
really?
Park, you seen the videos?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
God.
And you know what? Honestly, I root for the Buffalo every time.
Every time. Yes, every time. We need more Darwin in our race for sure. Yeah.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
Some of the buffalo in Yellowstone got bred right here.
Oh,
I
were
did not
they?
know that. Yeah, I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Mm.
Yeah, they did a breeding program. We do, you know how they do it with the African animals? Like there's zoos in America, open range zoos that have got African animals.
Yeah.
And what they do is they send them back to Africa because, but also like we've Australia's, and I know America is too, part of the Saving the White Rhino.
Hmm.
So like we've got rhinos here and they've got massive horns and stuff you wouldn't see in Africa because they cut them off now
Yeah.
in Africa
Oh.
to stop the poachers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They what do you call them? They knock them out and then they come along
Yeah.
with like a grinder and they just keep grinding the nub down.
I believe the word you were looking for, Michael, is anesthetize. They anesthetize them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. But
yeah, and I had him with a little anesthesia. They anesthetize them.
so
Was
we've got
that
half
good?
an hour out of my city. There's an open range zoo, and it's got all mainly African animals. But it's they had a massive field, and I rolled up there to go on a tour there on the open range zoo, and where we parked the car, right opposite, there was this massive field, and I go, "Oh my
Oh,
God, they're bison!" I was freaking out, and there was just hundreds of these massive bison. And they were
the
not far
Sonka.
from like the fence, like
Come on, nice.
they had these
Mm.
big barbed
Yeah.
wire sort of fences there, and they
This
sort of,
white
some of them
smoke
were so
again. Come
close
on.
to the fence that you could virtually
You
pat
smell
them, and
smoke.
yeah. But apparently the idea was it's part of a breeding program, and it was to repatriate the numbers in Yellowstone. So that's what it was. So they did some
Wow.
breeding here with them and sent some back because obviously you got a different line here as well. So you're
Sure.
introducing new
Yeah.
bloodlines back into the to
Yeah.
the group, like they're not it's so interbred that way.
Right. Right.
And it was all
You know,
about saving the bison because the bison was looking a bit sketchy for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah.
that's weird too, Michael, because my wife and I have been to Yellowstone several times and we haven't heard an accent one out of any of those bisons. So they have
Yeah, I
acclimated
know.
very well. They've done a very good
Yeah, they
job.
just yeah, they do well with their American accent. Oh well.
Yeah, none of them have even said, "Hey, can you get something to eat over here?" None of them have said that. That's pretty good. They're doing a good
But
job.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, no, they just had them in big grassy kind of fields here. I don't know what their environment's like over
Okay,
there,
hold
but
on, hold
yeah.
on. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah, it's frozen and hilly, so they were busy
Yeah.
acclimatizing. Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
Like I know it goes the other way too, because I know that there's some places in the
There you go.
US that are doing like
There you go.
koala breeding and stuff like that, and sending some
Oh,
back to the Australia and things like that.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
For the
realize
same
that.
reason, to rejuvenate the colony. Like koalas are seriously dying off in Australia, which is very sad. They're dying
Is
off
it
because
because
of
of that?
disease. Well, yeah,
I
no,
thought, is it because of that
the
fire?
northern, that massive fire we had on, like everyone forgets about that massive fire because basically a few weeks later, this thing called COVID was out, and all the news was about that. You know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah.
but that fire wiped out a majority of the koala population in
That's
New
how
South
stupid they
Wales
do.
and sort of top of Victoria. And the koalas in the northern part of Australia, they're the ones that somehow contracted chlamydia. So they were all dying from chlamydia. Yeah. So,
I have
like,
a
yeah.
question about that. Was Rum near? Did Rum take a visit down there around that same time?
No,
Or
no, no, no.
Right.
Rum went north where the chlamydia
oh,
is, but he didn't come south.
are you sure? Well, he
Yeah.
probably
So the
contacted
koalas
something and
down
then it
south
traveled there.
they haven't attracted the chlamydia disease, thankfully. But a
Jeez.
lot of our like unique animals are starting to like almost disappear.
Yeah.
Um, and then it's weird, like I think it was about a month or so ago, they found like this species. It's almost like
Hey, Drew.
a really tiny sort of marsupial, but it's like a more like a kangaroo kind of rat kind of thing. I forget
Mm-hmm.
its exact technical name, but they thought they were extinct, and they found some in
Oh,
some
Yeah.
national park,
Actually
and
saw the
it's
news on
like,
that. Yeah.
and they're like, wow, we thought this species had been dead for like 15 years or something, and now they've found them again. So you never know. You never know.
right. Good morning, pal. How are you?
P
Hey,
squared.
pals.
What's up?
Go for Papa Palpatine.
Do you got any money on that torso light bright? That is the most hilarious sketch ever.
Right?
Yeah, it's it's still one of my faves.
Yeah.
What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
Yeah, I know. I know.
I
I
about
know.
peed myself watching this.
I haven't watched that in so long.
Oh
I
my
should
God.
watch it
He's like,
again.
he's crying. I love you
Oh,
too.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I
my
love it.
God, that was so hilarious. Yeah.
I
I'm
think I
sorry
look
if I
it
got
up
a
on
bunch of
YouTube
upset, a bunch of
occasionally.
teens, a bunch of yeah, that thing was hilarious.
it is a good one. Yes. Oh, the was it January 18th? I don't know the time yet, but we are having our lady stream, me and Leslie.
Oh, cool.
So it is confirmed the 18th. So finally back.
Nice. Well, by the 18th, things will have slowed down around here a little bit, that I'll be able to do normal stuff. So check that out. Yeah. Kat, it's coming up on 11 o'clock here. I wanted to thank you for allowing me to get on here and test
You're
my live stream
welcome.
equipment and everything like
Yeah.
that. I hope it worked well. So
Glad to see you're safe and you're starting to move in. So
yeah.
awesome, my friend.
Sarah will be here. When she retires, she's going to get in a rental car with the dogs and a couple of things and drive up here. I'm going to get in that same rental car, drive it back in February, and then get our house ready and sell it. So there'll be some time in late February, early March where I'll be MIA for a little while. But until then and after then, I'll be around. But thank you very much for having me, Michael. It's good to see you.
Absolutely.
You too, Paul.
Yeah, but with that, I think I'm gonna call it, because this is the latest I've stayed up since I've been here. So
there you go. Well, I'm happy you're alive and you're doing well. So
thank you very much,
please
guys.
tell her I said hello.
I will, and hopefully I get to continuing to fix this crap behind me. So it'll get better.
It'll get there. It'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah, gotta have more crap than I ever thought I did. So
right.
Yeah.
Everybody says that after they move. That's it. We're throwing everything away.
When I moved into the house that you saw 20 years ago, everything I owned fit in one half of the garage. Now everything I own fits in one half of the Denver stadium. So
Yeah, exactly.
exactly, yeah. All right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
You guys take care.
All right.
Happy New Year,
But
and I'll see you guys again soon.
yes, thank you. Bye, Paul.
Bye.
See you, Paul.
I don't know, Gannon, but you're fine. It'll probably still be for a bit, but should still be here. Your birthday is the 19th. Rocky's is actually the 18th. It'll be 11. It's growing up too fast.
Just
He's also getting like a little like mustache. He's getting hair on the sides of his mouth. I'm like, what the crap is this? Yeah, too fast. Too fast.
did you say the 16th of January?
No, 18th.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah, he turns 11 on the 18th. The day I'm going to do the
Oh,
stream with Leslie. So, yeah.
no, I just remembered for a minute there. I thought it was the. That's all right. Remember, I was gonna film the what do you call it? Um,
Yeah, but that's the 18th is my 18th. Your 18th, isn't that my Friday?
no, it's all good. It's not till February, the toy fair.
Oh, okay. Because
That's the
I
big one
thought
I
it
went to
was
last year. Remember that
yeah, but I thought you were saying it was that your my Friday anyway, so that's why I scheduled it for that Saturday.
yeah, no,
Okay,
that's
but when
cool.
is yours? February what?
No,
18th?
it's February 18th.
Okay, I'll make
So
sure I
that's when
don't
I'll be doing the
stream or
toy.
anything.
No, sorry, February the 16th.
The 16th. Oh, let me look that up. Okay.
So I think it'll be a Friday night stream because I'm pretty
February
sure it's
16th is a Sunday for me. But your February, so it's Saturday. Because February
that's what I was.
16th is a Sunday.
Oh yeah, sorry, it
So
is a Sunday. It's a Sunday. It's
it'd
a
be
Sunday
my
for me too,
Saturday.
sweetie.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
So
it'll
it'll
be
be your
Saturday
Saturday
for me.
stream.
Yeah,
It'll
it'll
be
be
your
my
Saturday
Saturday,
stream.
your Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, future boy, you're making my head hurt.
No, that's all right. I just thought it was January for some reason. I just had to double check when I booked my
I think it's
ticket
because we were
before.
talking about it, you know. I think it's crazy that that guy actually saw my live stream.
Yeah,
I
well,
think that's
that's
amazing. I
the
think
guy
that's
that.
awesome.
So I was filming, and he looked up live streams, and he came across your channel
Yeah,
at the
I think
toy
that's
fair
amazing.
because
Yeah.
I gave you. Remember, you took a photo and you used it on the
Yep.
thumbnail of the
Yep.
actual event. So
Yep.
he saw his logo, the organizer, and he went, oh, and he clicked on it, and he saw that I was walking around still filming.
Yeah.
So he's like,
I think that's
yeah.
awesome.
And he
But
said that
well,
that was this because that was the second time he said that he actually watched your channel because I filmed at the local town hall one, the smaller
yeah.
event with
Yeah, because
I was live on your channel, which you haven't got any of that anymore. So
I know because they got I know. But because I get updates from because I followed them on my Instagram. So I always get like flyer updates and show updates and stuff like that. Or,
yeah, I
like,
went
hey, we have this or whatever. But I think that's awesome. He actually found my live stream. So
I went to his I went to his little he's got like a warehouse
hmm
in an industrial type area where but he at the front of the warehouse he's got his store. And I was in
yeah.
the area and I thought, oh, because it was only the 2nd of January or whatever. So I was like, oh, I don't know, he might be on holidays, he mightn't have it open. But I went there and I ended up finding my stap, my 6-inch stap with droid,
Nice.
with battle droid that I wanted.
I made
And
my
he
bug.
remembered me, and that's what he started talking about. He remembered me, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I remember you. You film." And I said, "Do you mind if I do that again?" And he's like, "No, that's fine." I said, "I don't have to organise or get permission or a press pass or." And he's like,
Or
"No,
anything you need to
just
come film.
you're fine." And he goes,
Nice.
"Any hassles, just let me know." So on the day,
Oh,
so I got myself an early bird ticket, so we'll get in an hour before anyone else.
sweet.
So
Well, when
there
we
won't
get
be as many
closer,
people.
yeah, when we get closer, then I'll make a
Yeah,
thumbnail.
we'll have. Yeah,
Pro
yeah.
I'll probably do it like towards the end of January. That way, just people have enough time and it's set and it's ready to go. And
Because everyone
okay,
enjoyed that last year, and I enjoyed it too, because
so
that was the first one I went to at that scale. So you
this is
finished the
one of
flower.
this is well, not the flower. I did the vase.
Ah,
I didn't like the other one because it kept falling apart. So this one's more sturdy. So I'm using that one. But
don't
this
you?
is
Why don't you glue your other vase together then?
well, here's the thing is I don't know where the other one I was having, but this design I don't like it because it's falling apart. And I think I would need to go, but it's not even like lining up like how this is. So I don't know if I did something wrong, but it doesn't matter because this works. But this is one of the gifts that Rafi picked out for me. So I think I'm gonna start this tonight.
Oh yeah.
All right. He was so excited. He was so excited for me to get this. He was so cute about it.
Gannon's asking how much longer you're going to be on because he's cooking dinner and he wants to know.
Yeah, I saw that when Paul was leaving, so I told him we'll still kind of be around and stuff. I told him I wasn't sure how much longer, but we'd be around.
All right.
I really want to work on my Death Star, but I'm not. But I really want. I don't like seeing this half open.
Yeah, well, that mightn't happen for weeks. So you should go and put it somewhere
No,
so it's not
he
in your vision all the time.
he says he says next Friday. So I'm gonna
Okay.
hold him to it because I said when is this happening? Because I asked him this morning when you guys are streaming, and um he said next week. So I said okay. So I'm gonna hold him to it.
Thought Ghosty would be here.
I don't know if he's feeling that great, you know.
Oh, yeah,
So,
no.
but yeah, through I
He's had
believe
that
Rome is
horrible
ahead, and
cough
the
for
puzzle war
weeks.
part 2 is coming soon. Bull honky pal. What? Listen, you go back to your doghouse. Nobody gave you permission to get out. There's no way that man is ahead of me on this thing. Are you kidding me?
No, what
He
he's
has,
doing is not going to work. So
I know it's not. You
I've
can't
already
put two
explained
pieces
it.
together and then put it together like that. It's not gonna work, especially because like
It's
this
a
half
Fibonacci
down, it's all
sequence.
crazy.
You got to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to
Yeah.
4 so that they all fit together.
Oh, let's see. I didn't see the ending of the puzzle war, but I'm assuming Cat won based off what I saw before the stream ended. I mean, come on. You see this, I'm more than halfway because there's 540 pieces. I stopped at 359 right here. So more than halfway. It's not gonna take me that long to finish this off
Yeah,
next Friday.
I
So
would put that thing aside because every time you touch that thing, you're going to get accused of cheating. So,
no, but it doesn't matter because some of these they look like they're popping out, but it's easy to look and actually line it up with the pictures and stuff. So it says
well,
359. I can't cheat about 359. So if it's got more than anything past this 359, then you know I've cheated. So in rum we trust. Whatever, pal. Like I said, I'm voting for rum, but I know Cat's gonna win. Uh-huh, right. Shouldn't bet against the doghouse. But it's alright. I understand. You guys gotta support rum. It's okay. Oh man, I am so tired from today. Like, it was just go, 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 go. I did not want to be out. Just one more piece. I don't think I've ever seen this kind of piece before with lines on it like that. Do, 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 do. Huh. Alright, so where's, let me see that piece. Am I just blind or what? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's covered. Do, do, do. Mhm. How's your build going?
Well,
Huh?
oh no, I'm just.
I said, how is your build going?
Oh yeah, all right. Only problem is it's not going to work out the way I want it to. Because Mr.
How's that?
Bandai shot didn't give me 2 beams to put into the beam sabers. And I
What?
was going to pose this with the 2 beam sabers in its hand.
They gotta be there. Are they just like hiding in his boot or something? How did they not give you
No, they didn't
sabers?
actually put them in this set. I don't know why.
Oh, that's ridiculous. So it's not even like on the box or anything?
No, it's not on the sprue list. They didn't put one in.
Wow.
They didn't put, but I've got some from other Gundams, so I might just rob them.
Yeah. Oh, this was sent to me. Who sent this to me? I think it was Lack. Um, oops. All right. I'm gonna screen share here. I totally want this though. I need that. How
What?
cool is that, right?
What is it?
It's an incense burner, but it's Godzilla, and you hide it in one of his dorsal plates. So it
Ah,
comes out his
okay.
mouth.
Well,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, that's cool.
right? That's what I thought.
That is cool. Have you seen those incense burners that they're like the cones, the incense cones they make. You know, the cone
Yeah,
shaped
yeah,
incense.
yeah.
They sell these ones that are like a waterfall,
Mm-hmm.
and you light your cone at the very top, and the smoke triples, and it runs down all these ripples and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It runs downwards for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but they
Kind of
look
looks
pretty
like a
funky.
little fountain.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
just it's actually, just smoke from the incense. Yeah.
yeah. I think I've seen
But they're
one.
designed to use those cone shaped incense.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Well, they seem to be popular because, like, they even
Yeah,
have them in our Kmart. So,
yeah. Somebody saw if you had sent me the Godzilla that does the atomic breath and stuff.
yeah.
Um, that I have, like they did it, but they put it in front of their plants, so it was misting the plants. I was like, oh, I should do that with mine.
Oh, that's
Can you help
cool.
me water the plants? Yes, yes. Let me find my Godzilla. Hold on. I think she may give me the evil look on it, but it'd be funny for me.
Hmm.
My ears are starting to spike really bad. I don't like this. Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. Needs to stop. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay.
Hmm.
6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 6, 10, 12. Okay. This one. This one. Mm. That ear spike is bad. Holy crap. Times 2. Okay. It does not tickle. Holy guacamole. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Oh. Mm. Mm. Do, do, do. In the wind. In the jungle. The jungle. Do, 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 do. This does not. Okay. What? Oh, on this side, I was going to say that doesn't fit over there. Oops. Okay. This bag did not take as long as I thought it was going to take. Okay. No idea what this part is, but all right. Bag one is done. Whatever the part this is. Maybe it's chest. It looks like it's chest, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's a side. Sure, we'll go with that. Ow.
Hmm.
Oh, holy crap, that hurts.
Right. Where's that
Mm.
pain gone?
Oh, that's nice. All right. Okay. All right. I may not be able to stream much longer if this pain doesn't knock it off.
It's all right.
Sorry about that. I don't know why it's. Oh, there's the temperatures dropped. Then. Oh, the temperatures dropped. That's why. So annoying. All right. Ow. Side text two. Ow. Ow. Sucks.
Yeah.
You ever take a deep breath in and then your ear starts stabbing at you because you're breathing? That's what's happening right now.
Every week.
Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely feeling.
Yeah.
Man, it hurts. Wait, did I do that wrong? I think so, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey, Brett,
recall
how are
too
you?
much ear pain.
Hi and bye. Dog got you. All right. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well.
I got hit during lacrosse with
Mm-hmm.
the ball straight into the side of my helmet.
Jeez.
Um, and it even cracked it too. But it was
It cracked your
right,
helmet?
yeah, it
Holy
was going
crap.
pretty fast. Would have been,
Jeez.
90 to 100 miles an hour that ball was moving when the guy
Yeah.
shot it.
Heck
Anyway, it
no.
hit my helmet, put a
Uh-huh.
crack in it, but it
Jeez.
literally did it over the little ear hole we have in the helmets.
Oh no. Oh,
And yeah, it ruptured my eardrum.
oh,
And I
I've
yeah,
I've done that
I came
twice.
off. I came off the field because I was, yeah, okay, my helmet's cracked, and the umpire sort of said, "Oh, you better go and change your helmet and stuff." And I was
Yeah.
like, all I
I'm
could hear
fine.
was this weird like noise, like a.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went off, and the coach took my helmet off, and the coach goes, "You're bleeding from your ear." I'm like, "Oh,"
Oh, jeez.
and it ended up being pretty bad. So yeah, I have had the
Yeah.
experience of what it's like to have that sort of ear pain, and like
Yeah.
even just if there was a slight breeze and it went into the ear
Yep.
cavity, it used to
Yep.
like just cause so much
Yep.
pain and stuff. But
Yeah.
you know,
My
eventually mine healed. So,
yeah, they do. I was when I was younger, I was prone to ear infections. Right? I mean, I had them when I was since I was like 6 months old, and then I grew up like if I even stepped out, like poked my head out the door and I didn't have like a hood on or some kind of hat and it was windy, I was gonna wake up at like 2 in the morning with an ear infection. Like it was horrible. But anyway, I was a baby, my eardrum broke. And then in 2012 my nana died and my pain started acting different and I was like, I think I'm getting an ear infection. So I went to Emergicare and they were flipping out because this is the worst ear infection they've ever seen. And then it's like a town of 600 And then I told them, oh, by the way, I'm allergic to penicillin. So they were freaking out. I'm like, we don't know what to give her because we only know what penicillin. So they were trying to do it. Well, it wasn't getting any better. And the day of my Nana's funeral, I was like, something's not right. Like this is weird. So after, the get together, her services, and you have a meal and stuff. After that, my mom actually drove me we had to go to a different city to go to the emergency room, and then they told me, oh, your eardrum burst. Oh, fantastic. That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. No, it's not fun. That's for sure.
No, don't tickle.
Because, had to go to the doctors regularly, and they're like
Yep.
looking and they're going, uh, the hole seems to be getting smaller.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
lovely.
yeah, but you still got a while to go and all that. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
great. But yeah, of course, the other thing that happened is, and you probably know, is that it stuffs your balance up.
yeah, yeah. You can have middle ear issues, or definitely a problem half the time.
So,
Yeah.
being a stupid boy, I just wanted to keep playing. I didn't care if I had a ruptured eardrum,
Right,
but it was like, oh, I can get past not being able to hear properly from that ear. But
right. Could he
yeah,
be too? You're fine, right? That's why you have a spare.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I stuffed cotton wool in it to play a
Oh my
game
gosh. Jeez.
because we had a few injuries, and I said, oh, yeah, I'll come and play.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I wasn't meant
gosh.
to.
Well, no, you shouldn't.
It feels weird standing on the sideline when really you don't feel like there's anything that wrong with you.
Yeah, I get it.
And
I
then you're
missed out
standing
on a
on the
lot of things too
sideline
from
and the
it.
wind
So,
picks up, and then you remember why you're not playing.
yep,
Oh, that's right, because I'm in agony.
yep. It's debilitating. Like sometimes I'll just like grab my ear and then I end up like the other night I was trying to do dishes and I like ended up on the floor curled up in a ball, like trying not to scream because everybody was asleep while I was trying to clean the kitchen because the pain got so bad. Like it's not fun. I almost broke a
Mm.
dish too because like I dropped it. Thankfully it didn't break. Um, but yeah, it's not fun. It sucks. All right, let's see. Mm, This is not getting any better. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to stop after this bag. It's like just getting worse. Really over this junk. Oh, I think it's his nose. I don't see. Wait, okay, up there. Oh, it is his nose. Okay, that's all right. Um, what part? Oh, this is his head. Okay. This is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Very cute though.
Mm. As cute as
Mm.
the rocking chair photo I sent you, the Simba rocking chair.
Oh, that was adorable. That was adorable.
That was in our Kmart. I was selling them for like $30. It
Wow.
was so cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to be pretty tiny to ride it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No use me buying one for you. I don't think you'd go very
I
well
would
on.
I'd sit on it, break it. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, the fun wouldn't last. Okay. Oh gosh. Scraps. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Let's take this off. Like his ear's not supposed to be that curved. Oh gosh. Alright. Maybe like this? Can I even put it like that? Or is it only gonna let me do that? No, there we go. No. I'm gonna have to glue this. This thing keeps coming off. Alright. There we go. Look at his cute little ears. Oh. Doo -doo. Oh gosh. Alright. Let's go with this page.
Right, now to this side.
This one. Nope.
That goes there.
Ow! Okay. Oh.
Feels weird clicking armor on top of armor.
Alright.
Anyway, it is what it is. I don't know much about this Gundam. I don't even know
Yeah.
what series this
I
Gundam's
don't
out
think I've
of.
ever seen one with armor like that on top of it.
I think this was like a. Might have been from a Magna, or what do you call them? Oh, those bloody cartoon books.
Manga?
I said
Ma-
manga. I said Magna. What an idiot.
You're not an idiot. Sorry.
Yeah, just misspoke. But
Yeah,
anyway.
you're fine. I'm gonna have to end up gluing that, I bet you. Manga, manga, whatever. Manga.
Yeah.
Here he is. There's cute little Simba. Oh.
Cool. Good old Simba.
This topper. Turn it around. It goes that direction. Okay. And then, sweet. Yeah, this is a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Oh, that's a shame. But still, I mean, it's a cool
Yeah,
little
I mean,
build.
yeah, no, it's still awesome. So it's all good. At least I get to build one, you know.
Well, there is the big one that costs a few $100s. So.
Yeah, but I can't afford $150 Lego, so unless
I mean,
maybe I
even
get it
the
off of if I get it off
Even
of
the
like Temu or something.
Yeah, but even their version of it's not cheap. It's like still $80, $90 or something.
Yeah, but that's more reasonable than 150 though.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, either way, you're going to be paying a lot for it. So. This
Oh
part
yeah.
just pops off. I don't know how I'm going to get this on. Oh, I was doing it from the wrong side. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. Here's this tail. All right. I'm gonna put these pieces in the desktop. All right, I'm gonna have to stop because my pain is like getting way worse. But
Right.
all right, look how tiny and cute he is.
That's awesome.
Just can't wait to make her. He's so adorable. Oh my gosh, cuteness overload. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, you want to show what you did? Oh gosh.
Oh, just after stripping it down, I've just been added the leg armor on.
Nice. Do you have to do the pen work on the legs too, the new armor, or did you already do that?
What?
Panel lining? Do you have to panel line the new armor?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what
Okay,
takes so
well,
long.
that's what I was asking. I didn't know if you were doing that or what you were doing.
Yeah. Because this armor's essentially
Can,
just
can I
got
just say
black.
it looks like he's wearing bell bottoms?
Yeah, it does at the moment. But he's gonna have like Popeye
Oh
forearms
man. Yeah.
and chunky shoulders, see?
Oh, yep.
And
He kind
plus
of
a
looks
little
like
bit more goes over the front here.
he's gonna kind of look like a Zaku
Yeah, I don't
with that
know.
kind of armor. The coloring and stuff, it's throwing me off with him. But
He is 18 meters tall.
nice. Very cool.
So there's 10 times my height, although I'm over 1.8.
Yeah.
So, but 10 times my height,
Mm-hmm.
40 tons.
Jeez,
Uh,
that's crazy.
generator output 1420 kilowatts.
Um,
So, yeah. Anyway,
very cool.
yeah, that's why I'd love to go see one of those life-size Gundams they have
Oh,
in
I know,
Japan
right?
and some of
I
the other Asian countries now.
I'm really upset that I didn't make it to Japan in time to see the Gundam that would
Oh, the
move and stuff before they
movable.
took it down.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
movable one would have been awesome.
just have to enjoy it on the videos.
But
But
imagine going there and then looking up and just seeing something that's 10
I know, and
times your
moving.
height
I know. Yeah, it'd be
moving and stuff.
amazing. Yep. Yep.
Anyway,
All right.
all
Thank you,
right,
everybody. Sorry I'm not streaming as long. I don't feel very good, so I'm supposed to get off before I start screaming. So
that's all right. You nearly did 2 hours, so
yeah. But I love you, you guys. You guys are awesome. All my subs. Thank you for everything. We're almost at 300, which is absolutely incredible. When we get to 300, I'm gonna do a huge stream party thing. Because it's all thanks to you guys. Bunch of shows coming up soon. So yep.
oh, actually,
Yep.
actually, tomorrow your time and
Uh-huh.
tomorrow for me. I was thinking about going to that toy collectibles store if you want to stream it.
Oh, okay. Do you
If
know
well,
about
it
what
depends on
time?
how. Well, I won't go early morning, even though that's early afternoon. But if I go, I don't know. They don't open till like 10 a.m., which is 4 p.m. for you.
Okay.
So I was thinking maybe going, I don't know, like maybe 5 or 6 your time, maybe do a little stream then, and I can film the #1 vintage toy store in Australia, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, we could do that.
I mean, we went there over a year ago, so
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a lot different now. I'm sure they've got a heap of new stuff, and
yeah, for
it's the
sure we
kind of
can do
place
that.
that you need to go once a month anyway to keep up to date.
Right.
Anyway, so there's a thought. We'll see how you feel.
Okay.
Um, I'll, t- I'll talk to you, but I won't drive. It's on the other side of my city, so it's going to take me like nearly an hour to drive over there. So I'm not going to drive over there if you don't want to stream it, because
Okay.
yeah,
I gotcha.
I'll save it for another time.
Okay.
But I thought, since I'm on holidays, I'm figuring that
Right.
a lot of people are actually going back to work tomorrow here in
Mm-hmm.
Australia. A lot of companies are restarting up and stuff.
So
So
it shouldn't be as busy and
uh,
stuff.
I'm thinking it mightn't be as busy. You know what I mean? So it might be all right if I get there early enough. There won't be too many people in there. They
Yeah.
seem to be pretty happy with people filming in
Yeah,
there
they didn't have a
because
problem last time, but
yeah, but I mean, like other streamers we know have been in there, like Keep On Collecting. They've filmed in there, and
well,
so
hmm
when they've come down to Melbourne, so yeah, they're happy. When I last time I went there and I asked them, they said, "Yeah, man, you can film anything you want." I was just like, "Okay." So
sweet.
yeah, so I'm thinking I
Awesome.
might do that. Go check out the
We'll work it
vintage
out.
toys again.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
figure something out.
but that could be a thing that happens tomorrow for
Okay.
anyone that wants to watch that's still in the
Okay.
chat.
Sounds
Anyway,
good.
they've got
All right.
literally got a whole aisle of just Star Wars collectibles. So
Yeah. They
yeah,
have a lot of amazing stuff, so will be
yeah.
fun.
They had tons of vintage, like original 80s, play
Yeah.
sets and things like that, still in boxes, and Death
Right.
Stars and all that sort of gear. So I'm sure a lot of that stuff's still there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway,
All right.
all
Cool.
right.
All right.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
See you, everyone.